Hello, everybody. I'm Chachi. That's Tom. Welcome back to In Our Humble Opinion. We're going to talk about Week 15. Hold on, let me get this down. What am I doing? Week 15, we're going to start with the Ravens and Packers games. The Ravens were first, so we'll do their game first. It was not a very eventful game. Ravens won 24-0 against the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. Tom, I'll let you go first. There's not much to talk about in this game.
No, there really
It was
isn't.
a blowout, so I
They
mean,
got, they got, they got the run game going, which was good.
it was a
Lamar still
frigid
like is
day.
having, he has a tough time with like the pressure right now. He just doesn't seem to be able to escape the pocket.
It's
His
a
offensive line is just kind of crumbling.
frigid game too. It was a frigid game. It was really cold. It was really cold.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a game you just want to run the ball, get out of there, and hopefully everybody stays healthy. Zay Flowers, man's got to work on his hands, bro. That guy is not consistent. He's killing them. But, dude, it's a divisional win, man. But I'll say I think the Bengals just packed it in. I ain't going to lie. I don't have really much to say because I think the Bengals just, like, seriously packed it in.
I agree. I mean, well, Ravens got a lot of work to do. I mean, they need a lot of help for this.
Ravens defense is playing good. Did they shut out the Bengals?
No, they've been playing good. Even against Aaron Rodgers, as you saw like last game, he's playing well right now. So the Ravens really aren't playing bad. Even in that game, they started stopping them when they needed to. I mean, their defense is fine. Like they're as good as you can be with for them that they're going to get with the way the NFL rules are now. Like you're never going to see like super great defenses anymore because the rules just don't let you do it. They really don't. But they're at the level. They're top 10 defense right now, which is all you really need. I mean.
Yeah.
The thing with them is if their offense, and that's the problem, you waited too long. I mean, there's one thing waiting to get hot, but then you waited to the point where even if you do, you gotta hope you make the playoffs. So anyway,
you know what, dude? You just gotta get in.
Here's the thing too. Here's the thing too, though, that I will say.
Don't know.
Here's the thing I will say. Indianapolis is kind of cratering right now. You have a chance still at the wild card. So I mean, we'll see. It's gonna be it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff going on this year. This year's gonna be a mess. That last week. So we'll see what happens.
Yep. Dude, the key is that's why you take it one game at a time, man. Same thing for the Packers at this point. It's just one game at a time. You'll be fine.
And I agree with Tom. We'll do this one quick as the Ravens. I don't think this is going to be long. The Ravens, they look good. They did. The offense also got going towards the end of this game. Problem is, you know what? I'm tired of hearing about Lamar's mobility. The line's just not doing a good job. You got to block better, guys. What the hell are we doing? Their guys are in the backfield in like 2 seconds.
Dude, they're so, but dude, their interior is just awful.
That's
man.
the problem.
Linderbaum's gonna end up walking because the Ravens are probably just like whatever. They're gonna have to do a massive overhaul, bro.
Yeah. See, my thing with Linderbaum was always that I don't think he's bad. I just think he's not the best pass blocker. He's okay. He's okay.
Well, no, centers truly need to.
You need your guards, yeah, and we don't have any help for them.
Don't have them.
Yeah.
Falafel.
I don't blame, like Tom just said either. I don't blame.
He played a little better, but he's still just. He's the big dude. That's all he is.
Like Tom said, I don't blame him for leaving. I mean, he's like, I need some help, bro. Like I'm like, I get it, bro. I get it.
Well, somebody's gonna give him money. That's the thing. There's plenty of teams that need a better center than what they got. So.
Honestly, though, I think they're gonna try to keep him, but I don't know what that does because then, like you said, you're still leaving him on an island there, and it's fucking crazy. But.
Dude, good centers are hard to come by. He's a top.
Besides the tackles, besides the left tackle in the center, besides the left tackle in the center, pretty much the second most important guy, if I'm not mistaken. And in some instances, probably more important.
Yeah, I mean, just calling
protection.
Plays, they call protections. They'll call out, hey, where the line's going in terms of run blocking, like who's the mic, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's super important.
I was gonna say
they're the only player that, besides the quarterback, touches the ball every play. Honestly, the quarterback doesn't necessarily always touch the ball. They can run wildcat.
That's true.
So I'm just being. Like, so center really sets the tone, so it's hard. Once you find one, you gotta keep them as long as you can, in my opinion.
Guys got a point. So Ravens real quick, they look good.
I mean, I got a point because I may or may not have played it in college, just saying.
My issue with the Ravens, Tom's right, though. I mean, if anyone knows, it's Tom. All Patriot League legend, listen.
I don't know about that.
I think so.
I don't think I was all Patriot League. Might have been close, but
Should have been. I'm saying he should have been.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that one.
See what I mean? I know my football. Listen. What Tom said, Zay is the most. He's the most. It's an infuriating player from this standpoint. He makes a lot of big plays and good plays, and then he just has these drops where you're like, what is going on? My issue with everyone is, I do think he's a really talented player. My issue is, I don't think he's a number one just because, A, he's not that big, which normally I wouldn't say is a thing, but honestly, in the history of the NFL, you've only really had one true, like, number one. It was Steve Smith. That was, like, a little guy. Most of the time, they're, like, little slot dudes. Not that they're not important. I do think he would actually benefit from going to another team that would use him better in the slot than we do. I really do. I think, like, the Rams would kill with him. They would. They'd find a way to get him passes and the ball, and he'd have a great season with them. Here, it just doesn't work, and I love him, but I think he could still be really productive like he's been this year here for a Ravens receiver, but he's never going to have like that breakout season like he could somewhere else because they just don't use him the right way. You can't have him line up wide all the time. That's not his game. Hands are too inconsistent, and they keep throwing like passes where they want him to jump up and make a play. He don't catch the ball like tough catches. He drops them a lot. It's and sometimes he drops the easy ones. That's the biggest problem. It's really weird. Still a good receiver. I'm not saying he's not. He is. He's very good. He's not by no means is he like I think like I'll give you an example. Bateman and him, he is light years better. I'm sorry. He is actually a good receiver. Bateman, sorry, he wasn't worth a first round pick. He's no. That's. No,
I just think, I mean, I think he was a big body and the upside was there. No, Zay Flowers is good, don't get me wrong. Just, he's inconsistent. It's so interesting how the slot receivers in the NFL now, I'll be honest with you, I don't think I think this year in the NFL, you got to be able to attack outside. It's got to become that in the tight end game. I think a lot of teams, what they're doing is they're playing the death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yep.
Right now. They've kind of morphed back into that cover 4 Vic Fangio nonsense. So you need to, I think for guys like Zay Jones, right?
Flowers.
Zay Flowers. Sorry, Zay Jones is a
legend. Zay Jones is a legend.
Don't you, Josh said, get that man's name out your mouth.
Don't Zay Jones. That's a legendary player. Listen.
Zay Flowers, I don't think his game is not the short game. His game is actually running deep overs and things like that. In Boston College, that's what he did really, really well. So, and honestly, when he came into the league, that's what he was great at. So I think now it's just a little tough, but also, when Bateman's not a factor,
it's hard.
Guys are just teeing off on him. They know Lamar, that's his dude.
My thing is, those deep overs only work if you catch the ball, though, and he's too inconsistent with them hands. You can't rely on that, and then you're 3rd and 10 because you decide to drop it.
I think the biggest key this year is just without the threat of Lamar's legs, the running game can't get going, and all this other stuff just doesn't really matter. It makes it really, really challenging and hard.
I would say it shows how important he is, Lamar, but, I mean, anyone that knew what the hell they were talking about already knew that, so I don't even, it's like, I knew that. I knew this would be an issue if he couldn't run. That's part of, how their offense operates. It's how they built it, so, I mean.
Yep. You're just at that stage with running quarterbacks in their career, right, where they, when that threat of legs goes, I think you have to evolve the offense.
I think he can throw.
And this is more on Munkin and those guys of, hey, what do you do when he can't run?
I don't understand what is going on with, you know what he's doing. You know what he can do, and you still run out of the pistol and stuff, and, guys, Todd Monken, what are you doing? Get an eye for him. Let's fucking run regular offense. You know he ain't running right now. Or he's not, he's still faster than most people, but I'm saying, he's not doing, design runs, right? So what is the point of running out of pistol? No one, they know he ain't running. TJ Watt, the last game, was just, going right after the run back. He's like, he ain't fucking running. Come on, bro.
Exactly. Pistol zone on. worst freaking.
Yeah, I
I
don't like
hate the
pistol either.
pistol.
I don't
Worst
either.
formation in football. Here, let's be really, really slow.
It is, and
Um,
it's like you said, it's it develops so slow, and in the NFL that never works, man. You're just gonna get people nailed. Like,
yep. Unless you're pulling it quick. So unless you're really, really downhill fast. So,
and the
but
Ravens,
yeah.
the Ravens look good. They played a team that really looked like they were just done. It looked like they were like, it's cold. We ain't in the playoffs anymore. Who cares? They were like, let's go. Let's get another high draft pick.
Yep. Well, also, I think the Bengals. There's going to be a very, very big off season of people moving around. So
Yeah, I do too. I think they're a very tumultuous team right now. We'll see what happens. If you're a fan of theirs, though, it's going to be very interesting because I don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see how it's going to go. But let's go to the other game. That was actually very quick, but sorry, just 24-0. I mean, what the hell am I going to talk? When do you get shutouts in the NFL anymore? I think it was 3 years since the Ravens had one or something. Packers at the Denver Broncos. The Broncos won 34-26. Tom, I'm gonna let you go. This is your expertise here.
I mean, I don't have a lot to say other than the injuries. You know, the Christian Watson injury was a game ender. The Micah Parsons one could potentially be a Super Bowl run ender.
Yeah, so, that was big. It was
really big. You know, I do think this team had Super Bowl aspirations before that Micah Parsons trade. So there's plenty of talent still on here. They've taken some hits though. It's really hard, especially on the front four. You lose Devontae Wyatt and Parsons. I think I honestly argue Devontae Wyatt's one of the biggest killers. Just injuries that they've had. Just because I think he's one of the big catalysts for that pass rush. You know, look, on defense in that game, they let them down. You had 4 picks. You can't drop right in your hands. Can't drop them. Like, dude, come on, guys. Let's go.
You can't.
Xavier McKinney had 2 of them. Hopefully they can turn it around against, because I think now what teams are going to do, they're going to try to test the ball deep, and I think Green Bay safeties are really good. Got to make a play in the ball. That's how this defense is going to continue to win. You know, offensively, I thought Jordan Love played really, really well. A lot of people were trying to crush him about, well, the throw to Watson was under-throw. Dude, Patrick Surtain is an incredible
really good
player.
Yes,
Love was getting hit as he threw. That was a heck of a pick, guys.
Most people don't turn around and get a PI on that, to be fair.
Yeah. It was just an incredible pick. An incredible play. Like, what do you do? You know, at the end of the game, it's really hard to get a pass off when those guys can just pin their ears back.
They have very good pass rush. They have a very good pass
rush. Green Bay put up 26 points on this team. Like, the defense, it all comes down to defense. If this team wants to go win a damn Super Bowl, that defense has to close a game out. You can't be deflated. Like, I'm calling out the defense, man. You know, they got enough players. They got guys. Got to step up now. It's time. And if they don't, they're going to be done really early in January.
Yeah, they didn't play well the last 2 weeks. They've been kind of up and down.
Yeah, you know, honestly, they did okay once Parsons was off the field. Like, they weren't awful. Like, that really wasn't the killer. It just, you got to capitalize on damn turnovers. Like, actually get them. When the ball hits you in the hands,
got to catch it.
You got to catch the damn ball.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Green Bay thrived on last year. Led the NFL in turnovers. And now they're kind of just hanging around. So, it's time. Like I said, you got to, tonight will be a really interesting matchup. Because I think the Bears are talented. I wouldn't say they're a rollover. I'm picking the Packers because I think the Packers are just a grittier team. I really do. And I also think they are way more talented than the Bears.
By the way, NFL, thanks for putting games on Saturday. Like, come on, man. What is this?
Yeah, I mean, every team has to deal with some weird schedule nonsense, but I got to tell you, the NFL, thanks for screwing the Green Bay Packers on this one. Here, you want to play the Bears? Bears late 4:25. Let's play Denver at Denver.
And then go back to...
And then let's go to Chicago on Saturday night. So a really short week while the Bears get to play the...
And then I want to ask them, why Why the hell would you put the game after this for Green Bay on another Saturday instead of giving them a fucking Sunday so they get an extra day? It don't
Nope.
make no fucking
No,
sense.
not allowed. It's so dumb, dude. Like, whatever. It's the NFL, man. Like, I've given up.
And now the
on-
Ravens are going across the fucking country to Green Bay, right? And then they're from home, and then you're gonna make them fucking play on Saturday. Like, come on, man, what are we doing? This is a fucking mess. Someone's gonna get hurt because y'all just keep putting all these games.
You wonder why all these big. You know, what's interesting is like there actually haven't been as many big time injuries this year. There's just been some big names, right?
Oh yeah.
Overall, it's like, and you know, dude, it happens, man. Like I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it because the NFL, there is nobody's apologizing.
No.
You know,
they're not.
You gotta.
But you guys could put this kind of detail into your referees, yeah. No.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. No, yeah, exactly.
I'm just being a dick. I'm being a dick.
The refs and
I'm
so
trolling.
For that nonsense. The inconsistencies all the time. I mean, look, I think this season comes down to the Packers is Jordan Love. We're gonna see Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love combo,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's gonna dictate, hey, Matt LaFleur, are you gonna get an extension or not? You have to let Jordan Love get him on a heater. I think that's what'll win, you know. Again, and I think it's been pointing to that all year, is you got to let Jordan Love cook. And you got to be able to adjust in-game to what defenses are doing.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the injuries are. And I think the big thing is I think they got lucky that Parsons was the only season ender. A lot of these guys will be back.
Uh-huh.
So,
hey, I trust them.
Martin has been kind of that key that's unlocked a lot of things for them. He's huge. He might be, honestly, the most, between him and Love, those are the two most important pieces right now.
I actually trust them. I trust them against the Bears. Like you said, I don't think it was like a big over. I think the team's fine. I just think it was a bad setup. They were set up on this one. This is tough.
Yeah, you know, Green Bay played well. They honestly, I'm impressed with Denver's defense.
Yes,
Their offense, it's just Sean Payton just has to run crazy formations and BS to motion to get people open. You know, and Green Bay was just they were constantly getting them. Green Bay would disguise something, and then somehow some guy was, you know, opening the seam. You know, once they started playing base defense, cover 3, they were killing them. I think the thing is, Bo Nix has a decent set of legs. He's pretty mobile, but I wasn't really impressed with Bo Nix. He threw 4 picks in that game.
No, I agree.
He may have had 4 touchdowns, but they were getting wide open.
Oh, dude, the way
Sutton's a beast. That guy's a nightmare to cover. I don't really know how you cover him.
No, because he's very physical. Like, if he gets in front of you, he's going to post your guy up. He's really good. You know what, though? He don't get enough credit because he does it because he's one of them players, they don't use him unless it's, like, big spots. Like, he's, like, their go-to-him for, like, the big catch guy. But he always makes it. He's really good. His hand, speaking of good hands, he's got really good hands. He really does.
Yeah, no. He was... Dude, all his catches, I was just like, dude, what do you do? He's just good. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, that's a guy I don't understand why he doesn't get more targets. He could take over a game. But like I said, Bo Nix is, you know, he's good. He's just like, I don't think, you know, in the AFC, it's kind of interesting. Like, all their quarterbacks, even like, you know, and people are going to grill me on Josh Allen, but I'll be honest with you, Josh Allen does some weird things.
No, that if they're running back ain't
quarterbacks this year.
If their running back ain't rolling, they've lost like 3 games when he don't get 100 yards. Cooks, if he ain't rolling, they're kind of. I think it's true. He doesn't have the best weapons, but I also think like Josh sometimes he tries some stuff. He's kind of like what Tom was saying about Bo Nix. Sometimes he gets lucky. The teams drop the picks, but when they catch him. Like, I still remember that Houston game. I know their defense is good, but on that last play, they should have had another play. I don't know what he was looking at. They ran the pick for the guy, and he was wide open. Yeah, it would have been called back, but they would have got another chance. If he doesn't throw the pick there, they still have a shot on 4th down. He threw the pick, and that's why the game ended, because he threw it to... The guy was wide open in his line of sight. I don't know what the hell he was looking at. I remember watching games. What the fuck was he looking at? Like, bro, what are we doing?
Dude, that's the team. I'll tell you right now, in the AFC, honestly, in the NFL... I'd be really nervous about that team getting on a heater, Houston.
Oh yeah, no, dude. If
That's the team,
they're
dude.
that,
Their defense is honestly
yeah.
they're way better than Denver.
Oh
Like
no, they're the
Denver
best
is
defense
good,
because
they
they're
but Denver can
physical.
pass. Dude, Green Bay. Like I'm sorry, Josh Jacobs is Mr. Bowling Ball with a bad knee run. Had a 40-yard run on your defense. Like they're too small, man. Like
Oh
I'm
no,
telling you, I think you could run all over them.
That Houston defense hits too, man. They put people down. They're funny. Petrie can hit. That dude's he'd be right knocking people out.
I'm, that's kind of a matchup I'd love to see Denver and Houston because I'm telling you, I think Houston, like, hey, if they could get their running game going, I'm telling you, man, Denver
Dude,
can
and them
get
two
run over.
edges are like the thing with both of them is they're both very athletic big dudes, so it's like you can't run on them either because Will Anderson and Hunter will just destroy your run game too. They're really tough, and then when they get a lead, they pin their ears back and start.
They have real pass rushers that can pin their ears
But
back.
you know what really gives it to
dude.
them? Makes them good though. The secondary because they have good corners, and then they got those two safeties. Like Lassiter gets no credit, like Petrie gets a lot of credit. But Lassiter's a really good free safety. He gets a lot of picks. He's a decent player, man.
Yeah, no, dude, that's a team in the AFC I'd be terrified of.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm not saying
peaking at the right moment, and I think offensively they do just enough. Like they're just a team. Like, dude, you don't when the defense really matters. That's a team that's gonna really, really.
Not only that, they're not afraid of. They're not afraid. Like say they got to play Buffalo. They're not afraid of them. They beat them pretty convincingly.
Dude, Houston ain't afraid of anybody. I wouldn't be.
No.
Like I said, I mean, this is kind of the thing. Like even the Thursday night game, Josh, against the Seattle and the Rams. The Rams had that game. Like this NFL, like I don't mean to criticize it, but it's just such a joke that teams can come back from down like 30 and somehow win. Like it makes no sense, the momentum swing sometimes. Like
I will also say this: the refs get very they help because some of these when these games get like peeps get down, they start like trying stuff like just throwing the ball up because you need big chunk plays. I get it. And maybe I'm not talking about this game necessarily. I'm just saying when there's tight calls, they always make like a PI call or it's like you have to be better than that. You have to be consistent. They'll do that every time. It's like you throw the ball up and the fucking penalty. It's a 40-yard gain because the fucking DB. I'm like, guys, come on, you gotta do better. That happened in the.
Dude, I hate the penalty when the quarterback just throws it up and the receiver just like leans into the defender.
Oh yeah,
and it is completely uncatchable. It's like no flag.
No, it is, and that's where like.
It's like how they do it in the NBA when they just lean into the player on a 3-point play to get a foul.
I don't know how you would correct that. I don't know if you would just like make it a 15-yard penalty or something like they do in college. I just think sometimes these. It's like a cheap like tactic. I get it. You do what you gotta do to win, but I'm like, guys, come on, man. This is some corny like watching it from a viewer's standpoint because they're always worried about how many people watch the game. That's why they make all the rules and stuff. I'm just telling you, it's a terrible product. I watch it and I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on right now?
Oh yeah.
They're just throwing terrible passes.
Well, you know why though they had to do that? They would probably make it the spot foul. I think the 15 yards wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And what would happen is these guys would just constantly hold and just PI, right?
Yeah.
So the passing game was awful.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. I just wish what you could do. I think would be funny is if they could call a personal foul on the wide receiver for like leaning into the guy and like just flopping. Or I wish what you could do is challenge. It's uncatchable, but the problem is that is so arbitrary because like there's some guys that might be able to run back to that ball. That's basically what they're saying.
Well, they did the rule where you could challenge like PI like for one season. Why don't you just not have that and make it where if it's a questionable call late in the game, you go to your like super secret, the guy they always bring up sometimes. Them in New York, they're looking at it and they did a quick review. Why don't you let them do it?
Dude, that's so no. I'm convinced that I don't even know what they do in New York. They get it wrong more than they do.
They do. I'm being funny. I'm making fun of them.
Yeah, I know.
New York made a quick call. I'm like they did in the Raven game. They're like, oh, it's not a catch. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah. No, all these rules that are just interpretations have gotten on my nerves this year. I think that's the biggest theme of like
Yeah, it's weird.
And what it does, Josh, is it gets on my nerves because it slows the game down. That's how you let a team like Seattle back in.
Yeah.
Because, like, part of it's like, dude, the Rams, then they kind of just, you get, I remember playing when you get all that stuff happening sometimes. You get lackadaisical and, it's just like there's no rhythm to the game anymore.
We're just going to get right into around the league since we're talking about it. I agree with Tom. I think the Packers are fine.
Like I told you, I don't have much to say about the Packer game, dude. I think the Packers they could potentially be the Lions of last year. They just got snake bitten with injuries, but they probably are the best team in the NFC.
Because I want to get into that, 2-point conversion play where they said he picked the ball up and they blew it dead, though, which is why I'm like,
oh, man.
That's why they stopped playing. Why didn't they just replay everyone's saying also, they said, why don't you just replay the play since you blew the whistle? That's on you guys. Do it again. Like, what are we doing? I'm not even saying it wasn't a backwards pass. But if you blow the whistle, the other team's players are going to stop moving. That's why they didn't go after the ball. How are you giving them a touchdown? I mean, 2-point conversion on that. That's crazy. Maybe they would have got it again. Just get the rule right. What are you doing?
Dude, Josh, it still doesn't matter, man. Dude, you can't let. Dude, Sam Darnold sucks.
Yes, I agree.
You know what? Seattle is one of the weirdest 1 seeds you're going to see. I think their defense is.
Great.
Honestly, I'm not really convinced about their defense.
I actually like them. I like them. I like their
defense. They gave up 36 points.
True.
Are they really that good?
I think like I said, I think for this NFL standard, they're pretty good. Except for, Houston to me is like, they got to finish it out. Like, keep going. Like, even if they get eliminated, they have to play like all their games well. If they do that, like this game this weekend, Houston gave up points late in that game. They kicked butt again on defense. I'm saying if they do that throughout the whole season, like even if they lose the first game of the playoffs and they lose like 16-10 or something, I'm gonna be like, they're really good, like a really good defense. Like, remember the Ravens at 23? If they do that, like, I'll be like, okay, you have really good defense. Because even the Ravens' defense, they played really well, even when they lost. I'm like, listen.
I'm going to say I think Seattle's defense is completely overrated.
Okay.
I just don't.
I cannot lie.
They have a lot of good pieces. I think McDaniel.
I cannot lie.
Is it McDonald?
McDonald,
Sorry,
yeah.
Not McDaniel. Mike McDonald calls a good defense. I just think they're a ways away still.
I'm not going to lie. I've not seen enough of them. I can't lie to you.
I just wasn't, I know it's Thursday Night Football, but, dude, I'm not impressed. You're just,
I only saw the game where Sam Darnold.
Adams. They're just, they're getting torched on tiny little out routes that Puka Nacua turns into 40 yards. By the way, you want to go around the league? Dude, Puka Nacua had himself a terrible week.
He did. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my. The number of things that have come out. Dude, the Rams, Sean McVay's going to have to sit him down and be like, dude, if you don't stop, you're going to be AB. This is literally AB.
What happened? Where did this come from, though? Because at least AB had, signs of being crazy. This dude just, he just, 1 week was like, hey, I'm about to nuke this shit. Bro, what are we doing? Nuke?
I don't know. He's just hanging out. Isn't it his brother who does his podcast with? Dude, guys, stop making brands. Just play football, for the love of God. It's the same in college. These players try to build these personal brands, and you're just play football.
Look, some of y'all ain't. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what? They saw Dion. Y'all ain't Dion. Y'all ain't got that personality. I'm sorry, you don't. He's smooth.
No, Puka Nacua was BYU, right? Come on, dude. You're morbid. Just stop.
No, brother.
Right? He was BYU, right?
See, I don't even know. Washington State? No, that was Cup.
No,
I was thinking of Cup.
No, I'm pretty sure he's a BYU.
I think you're right. I was thinking about Cup.
I'm not saying he's morbid. He just played there, but dude,
No, but you know that's what it is, bro. They see him, how charismatic, bro. But you ain't got it like him. Dion, get on that mic. You're like, damn. Dion could sell you, he could sell ice to an Eskimo. That motherfucker is smooth. Y'all ain't got it like that. You don't.
No. But also Puka, come on, man. Dude, we're in a really, really tumultuous
Yes, you can't be saying shit like that.
And, also just everything that's going on with in all these attacks on the Jewish community. Are you kidding me?
Well, my thing is, what is the point?
Just play football.
I don't care who you talk about right there. You saying shit like that is just not. No, it's not cool. Relax, bro.
No, I honestly think. I'll be honest with you. I think the league should suspend him.
Oh, yeah.
Someone, seriously, send a message. Why is this guy getting the benefit of the doubt? And, or seriously, I even think the Rams, take a stand and just say, no, dude, I'll tell you right now, because like again, Cooper Cup still found ways to produce for Seattle. Like, yeah, I mean, Nakua is a great player and all, but this league they'll blackball you, man. I'm telling you, they can,
Yeah.
and they'll cut him, and no one will want to touch him.
No, bro. Like,
That's all you got. That's all you got to do.
yeah.
You suspend him once, and you tell him, dude, you keep doing this stuff, I will guarantee you right now, you will be gone.
I just.
And you think, and this league they'll be, you know what, the Browns might take or we'll trade your butt to Cleveland, where your career can die.
Let's give some credit in these games too. Forget Puka. Let's give credit to Tom's old buddy, and he's playing good right now. Perk Rogers out here just slinging it. Listen,
Dude,
he is out here.
You know what? He gives that offense a chance because that offense ain't good. He's the one that really. I mean, that's why. I mean, this is why the guy's a Hall of Famer. Like, he's lost a lot of his tools, and really it's because of his legs, but he's just so dang smart,
Also, shout out to Miami. Still terrible in cold weather. They cannot handle it, bro. I get it though. If you're in that kind of nice weather, and then they're like, "Hey, bro, you're gonna go to Pittsburgh."
There's another team that packed it, and I think it's hilarious that. I mean, I actually don't blame them. They should bench Tua. Tua's terrible.
Oh no, he's bad. That's No, I was just making fun of the fact that they do not play well in cold weather. It's just really tough.
Oh no, dude, it's such a joke. It's so like last year. Remember they played like Green Bay? I think played them on Thanksgiving, and like they had to come to Green Bay, and it was flurrying and stuff. And dude, they just got the.
I always think about the playoff game in Kansas City where they just looked like they did not want to be out there, bro.
That was so bad. Well, no, remember even when they had that playoff game in Pittsburgh when Moore died?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They didn't like it then either.
Bro, I gotta give Pittsburgh credit. They're really like peaking. Even their defense is playing better now. I'm like, hey man, listen, I had a guy comment on my TikTok about like, I'm like, I just want Week 18 to be like for the division. That would be awesome. I ain't gonna lie. That's all I'm being selfish. But because it's Steelers, Ravens, and Pittsburgh, and the first game this year actually lived up to like the hype of their rivalry. It was that, like I said, we talked about it in the previous show. That game was actually really good at the end. That's why it sucked that it came down to like people talking about a call. Because I really think like say he scored, and whatever you think about that play, the last 3 minutes was about to be chaos because they had the ball. Aaron was on a heater, and all they needed was, I believe, a touchdown to take the lead. And I think they would have, he had a good shot. So I was like, man, I was really excited. I was like, damn, never mind.
Aaron has always been up for those regular season games that are,
big time,
big. Yeah. And it was fun. I'll say this. It's been fun to watch him show some of those moments.
All right, let's give credit. Like, we get on him when he says crazy stuff. He really has been like a good teammate and kicking butt this year. Really, I just think maybe New York's just a mess.
I do think like Rodgers genuinely was a way better teammate than Favre.
No, definitely. No.
I think all the players always come to him. They love him. I think people love Favre too. Don't get me wrong. I think as he aged, though, Favre kind of isolated himself a little bit. I think Rodgers. I just got frustrated with all the nonsense during COVID, and he just started his own like personal brand and all this nonsense. It's like, dude, just play football, brother. That's all. And this year, you've kind of noticed I'm not sure if Pittsburgh told him, like, dude, you ain't doing all this Pat McAfee nonsense. And I wonder if he's realized, too, it's like, dude, you look stupid.
Well, no, I think he was really focused this year. I think he really was. Because maybe he was embarrassed by how his last 2 years have gone. Like, you haven't been very successful,
I think he's always competitive. He's competitive with the Jets. I think the Jets, it's hard to change a culture when you got, I think, unfortunately, what they found out is Robert Saleh was not a good leader. Mm-hmm. But then also, when you're front office, I mean, I don't know, you need a front office to just tell Rodgers, you play with what we give you. We're not going to go trade, first-round picks or second-round picks, whatever, for Devontae Adams, because that didn't even solve it. Like, their team was loaded last year, and he still couldn't do anything. It was insane. No, like, you think about that Jets team, like, why couldn't have they made the playoff?
They did have a lot of, because that defense was really good, too. Yeah.
You had Garrett Wilson, you had Lazard, you had Adams. And Lazard's not that good, but...
Breece Hall.
Yeah, and what's his face, Brees Allen, their offensive line, they had a lot of vets on it. You know, their defense too was way better. You know, you could argue was way better. That's what made no sense. But you know, New York is a mess. They're always a dumpster fire. Always will be.
Anything else you would like to talk about, Tom?
And honestly, I think the last 3 weeks of the season are going to be
Oh, I think it's going to be really fun.
You know, I think the playoffs will be, you know, it's chaos, right? I think that's what this was. The
Oh,
NFL
yeah,
wanted.
man.
They wanted everybody feeling
And for
like
the
they got a
Ravens,
shot.
for the Ravens and the Steelers fans, do not look. You're not out of the wild card because the Colts got old retirement home Philip Rivers in there. You know, he's trying.
Actually, I do want to. Man, all the dad pods out there, we were rooting for Philip Rivers.
Right.
It was amazing to watch. That, hey, you know what? What's sad is he can still kind of make an offense work.
Yep.
Just because, hey, you use your brain.
Yeah, his arm is not. His arm wasn't there before, and now it's.
Dude, he literally looks like they dressed up the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
It was so bad. He's so big and fat. It's so funny.
He's got another 25 on there. Yeah.
I love it, man. You know what? It's going to be a great story to tell his kids. I mean, I love all the rumors, too. They're like, hey, well, his insurance is about to go up from the league. So
with all his kids, yeah.
Because he's got 15 kids and insurance is expensive. I had to chuckle at that one.
No, it's pretty funny.
There's so many funny things that come out about it, but I mean, dude, good for him. It's funny. It's cool. I mean, dude, Madden 2005 roster still lives on.
Yep. Keep the hope alive. Also, shout out to the Bills coming back against the Patriots. Patriots, what's going on, man? Go ahead. So, we'll see.
Dude, they didn't play anybody all year.
Yeah, it's true.
You called it like 10 weeks ago when we were like, you know, we're like, yeah, they're pretty good, and they are. I think they've made a ton of strides, right? They're beating who they're supposed to beat. They just...
I think they're ahead of schedule. I think they're peaks.
You scored 31. Again, this is what I'm talking about in the NFL. I think it's just crazy that... I think back in the day, the NFL, there's just so many explosive plays anymore from teams and offenses, right? That's what it's become, this stretch the field vertically game.
Yep.
You know, back in the, you know, when we were growing up in the early 2000s, 2010s, is all short passing game, West Coast offense, and just power running.
Also, you couldn't throw, like, you wouldn't want to throw this much because you used to be able to hit the receivers, and like you were risking your dudes being out for like 2 games because you throw like a deep crosser and the guy gets freaking nailed by the safety, and then, you know, we lost by 10. And now the guy's gone for the season because his head got cracked. You know, I remember those games. Remember Pollard used to run around waiting for those deep, like he would play cover, like they would play what is it called, where you play man, you have the 2 over top, cover 2, you have the guys over top with and he would just wait for you to throw it, and then it clobber the dude when he catches it, and then it's like, well, he's concussed, way to go. Like, you know, it's...
Oh yeah, dude, there's a lot of, I mean, Kyle Bowler was a champion of throwing hospital balls.
Oh my God. Drew Brees, who is a great quarterback, with the all-time hospital ball. My God, Reggie Bush still feels that one.
But dude, that was a great hit by Lito Shepherd.
Well, that one's hilarious because of who hit him, because Lito Shepherd, he's a good tackler, don't get me wrong, for a corner, but he's still, like, Lito Shepherd, is that like the only bang hit he has, like where he nails someone like that?
Yeah, you know, man, all I gotta say is I think
I get what they were doing. I'm not taking that away from the NFL. You gotta keep the head injuries out of the game, but it used to be fun to... That was the part of football I liked where it was like, you know, it's when you're down, it sucks because that other team just like, look, you can have your 5-yard pass. We're gonna drop this dude if you throw it. I remember Ray Lewis used to just sit in that middle, like, you know, you can throw that damn ball in the middle of this field, but Dustin Keller's about to get flipped upside down when he catches this ball. That hit, I still remember that.
Oh yeah, dude.
I was like, oh my God. Like I said, Ray was built like a fire hydrant. You hit him and he don't move. It just stays in the ground. Like, nope.
Yep.
But it's beautiful. NFL's a beautiful sport to watch. We love it, and you know, we
do love it. We hate the refs. I will always hate the refs.
I blame the NFL, though. You don't give them a shot. You're just like, hey, guys, we're going to make all these complicated rules up even more complicated. And then guess what you got to do on your part-time job? You got to do this perfect. We are gonna get you in trouble.
Josh, I think the problem more is they just have the rules are up for
Yeah, there's too much
every time
interpretation.
there's
Yeah.
uh, anytime a rule is a perspective rule, like even catch, like again we talked about last week, red zone versus just normal in the field. It seems like it's two or touched in the end zone versus the field. Those
Yeah.
are very different apparently catches,
Nope.
which still make no sense in my eyes.
No, I still don't get the tiptoe
But
thing on the back of the end zone where if I get 2 toes down and the back of my
you
heel
need
goes
a
out.
you need a PhD in physics to be able to explain what a catch is. Like
But
that's
can
the
someone
problem.
explain that to me? Okay, so if I'm on the sideline, and I get my tiptoes down and then my heels go out, it's still a catch. But if I'm in the back of the end zone, do that shit, it's not a catch. Now why?
Then wait, then they need to revoke San Antonio Holmes game-winning touchdown.
Exactly. What the fuck? What
Just
are we
saying.
doing? So if my back's turned and my heels go out of bounds, it's not a catch. Remember, I likely got both toes down. They said your heel went out. Nope.
What happens if I'm standing on my head and I catch the ball?
Yeah. Is your top of your head a fucking
Is that
touchdown?
considered a
Like, how's that
football
work?
move? What if
Just
I
go
log
back to
roll
when
into
if you
the end?
push them
What if
out
I
of bounds.
log roll into the end zone?
Let's
Is
just
that
go.
considered a football move?
Let's just go back to when you push them out. It's a catch because that was hilarious. It's like, well, I pushed them out.
I love it. Force out.
That was funny.
Dude, hey, dude, Nate Poole, great, saved the Packers season, legend.
That was
He was like
hilarious.
the honorary mayor of the Green Bay.
Yo, bro, like I remember that when I was a kid. I was like, how the fuck does that work? It's just like, well, we pushed them out. It's like, yeah, what the fuck do you want me to do? Put them in that fucking end zone?
Dude, and Nate Poole's defense, he actually had one toe in or one
Foot,
foot
yeah.
in. It was just.
Wait, Tom, did he have the foot in the heel though? Because then it's not a catch. Listen.
Oh, back in the day, you didn't need all that. They didn't have 85 cameras. And they could slow it down to.
Oh yeah, I remember. You maybe remember the really goofy shit they were saying when that happened too. He should have wore white cleats, man. I'm like, what the fuck? I got worried about what kind of cleats I wear because y'all can't get the rule right. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I think the NFL's always been competitive, right? It's just become a game of matchups and athletes, and again, vertical explosion.
We didn't.
Tackling's just hard. You miss tackles.
Bro.
I mean, think of like Seattle, dude. They ran all like Kenneth Walker had so many explosive.
He's a good runner.
Game.
He's really good. So before we end this, we have to ask the real question. What's Raiola going to do now that Mahomes tore his ACL? Does he have to do it too? Does he?
I love the gift from the Punisher when he's sitting there panicking like, you need to do it. No.
Yep. Even though I will say honestly, I'm sad Pat got hurt. You don't want anyone to get hurt. But now jokes, no jokes aside, we're going to this dude does everything he does, so he's transferring too. Are you going to go over there and just blow your knee out? Like, is this what we're doing?
I still think. I guess what they fired Rayola's dad, so that's like the reason why he's transferring.
Oh yeah, this is a joke. He's a joke. Like, what are we doing? Come on, man.
Yeah. Yep. It's all the society. It's all about me, right? The brand. That's what it's become. So.
It's sad because some of these players, I feel like they're good players. They just get in their head with this stuff, and you gotta just go play ball, man. It'll all come to you if you play ball.
I guarantee you. You know what's gonna happen. You know when it's gonna change. I think the NFL is gonna get sick of it, and they're gonna tell college, "You better change it." Because I guarantee you. Look, people don't understand the power the NFL has, and I'm telling you right now, I think the NFL has been frustrated with. I mean, look at how hard it is to get good offensive linemen anymore, right? Like, I'm telling you, I think the NFL is going to eventually be the one that gets involved and tells college, no, we're done with this nonsense. You're going to put regulators on stuff. Also, I think you're naturally seeing what's happening is all these boosters are tired of paying all this money. And these players just getting up and leaving. And even if they still can sue them, you see there's that lawsuit out there right now for this. I think it's a Georgia player. He just left. And they put in his contract, if you leave, you owe us like whatever, there's whatever amount, you didn't spend your time here. Yeah, man. I think it's just,
Oh, and
Hey,
I agree.
I'm going to say this with these athletes, too, and their parents. You guys wanted to make adult choices. and be adults. These are the adult consequences of those choices. So
Yep, I
that's all I'm
agree.
going to say.
Speaking of which, shout out before we end the show. Shout out to St. Francis Academy, baby. Zion Ely, legend. Going to be a legend. Going to Maryland. We'll see how long he stays there because he's actually really good. He's probably going to leave. But if not,
Yeah, nah.
if he don't look, me and Tom were talking about that. The way he looks like he's going to be, I don't blame him because I know after that first year at Maryland, even if he ever goes there, because I'm sure LSU and Alabama are calling up right now. They just won the high school national title. They're about to call that man up and be like, look, we're gonna give you like 20 mil on the jump. Just get your ass over here.
Dude, Josh, I miss remember when like West Virginia they had
Pat
Gino
White,
and they had
and
Davon Austin and Steve Slayton and all
Yeah.
Pat White. You're never gonna see that again now the way the rules are. None of these players want to go to these schools.
Tom said it. Tavon Austin, you know where he went to school, Tom?
Oh yeah, he was
Dunbar legend.
Dunbar legend. That's right.
They used to take his tape and hand it around the city. I didn't even know who the hell he was. And they had a disc jockey. I was like, oh shit, this guy's a beast.
Oh yeah, back when they were like, hey, hey, you want this burned CD?
No, they were putting it in. I believe they were just putting it in mailboxes so you would see it, like get some hype. I was like, yo, this dude kind of nice. Okay,
So weird.
okay, Dunbar. All right, it was right by my house, so that was at the time my house, my parents' house. Yeah, so it was easy. It was like 5 minutes away. I believe it was up the street. It's so weird. It's like in the middle of the city. It's kind of cool. But yeah.
All right, man.
Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Likes are always appreciated, and subscribe for more of our content. And as always, follow TikTok too. And as always, Tom,
Full time. Anchor down.
anchor down. I don't know what the hell their quarterback was doing at the Heisman presentation. Bye bye.